Hello, hello. Welcome to 52 Weeks of Angel Connection. I'm coming to you this time from the old office that has really good Wi-Fi because the new office does not have Wi-Fi set up yet. So I'm looking around at moving boxes and everything's kind of taken apart and taken down. So no couch, no chairs, just sitting here on the floor talking to you. Today we're talking about two with Serapis Bey. Serapis Bey is an Ascended Master. Serapis Bey came from, the idea for talking with Serapis Bey came from someone on our Radiate You Facebook group. And this, of course, is our premium Facebook group. It is a subscription-based group. And we talk about all kinds of things on that group. We have classes that are recast there. We have unique content to that group. And that group, someone in that group had decided that they wanted to talk about Serapis Bey. And I said, hey, that's a great idea. I figured that I had already done him, but I hadn't. So who the heck is Serapis Bey anyway? He's one of the Ascended Masters that we really don't hear about all that much. So he comes from Greece, Egypt, and New Age circles. He has been around for quite a while. So they say that he was back in Luxor, Egypt, who was in charge of the Ascension, they say, in Luxor, Egypt. Now, this information is not coming from the Doreen Virtue book, because that's packed away in a box somewhere, but it's coming to you from angelsandmasters.net. And this information seems to be very similar to what is in Doreen Virtue's book, so it may be copied from that book. So originally an Egyptian god of the underworld named Serapis, who was in charge of the Ascension at Luxor, Egypt. In New Age circles, he's now known as Serapis Bey. He helps people work toward ascension through spiritual enlightenment. In fact, this person who told me about Serapis Bey, and you really ought to do him, said, he's been kicking my butt lately. She says, I think you should do him because he keeps coming to me. And this is true. Serapis Bey motivates people toward physical fitness and the healthful lifestyles due to his interest in beauty and aesthetics. He also helps, oh boy, I could use some help with that. He also helps them withstand the coming changes that are prophesied. We're going through a lot of changes right now, right? Like a spiritual fitness guru, he inspires, motivates, and provides hope for the future. Serapis Bey also helps artists and musicians with their creative projects. An extremely loving Ascended Master, and he's truly loving. He's a taskmaster, and he'll kick your butt, but he does it in a gentle way. He's actively involved in averting war and bringing peace to Earth. So some of the things that Serapis Bey will help us with are addictions and cravings, that is, overcoming these addictions and cravings. And addiction doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol, right? Sugar addiction, drama. It could be carbs, starches, that kind of thing. So it can help us overcome an addiction to, for example, I've got an addiction to chips and salty chips, tortilla chips, salty crackers, that kind of thing. He can sure help with that. You may have what you feel is an addiction to meat or sugar, like I said, or soda. So he helps us with those. He helps us. He helps those of us who are artists, musicians, and creative people to bring about their creative endeavors. He helps us with ascension, so important and essential right now. It's really kind of an all hands on deck situation right now with ascension because we're moving through this so fast. In fact, go check out, you're already on YouTube, so go check out our Capricorn report with Planet Watch. It's on the Planet Watch playlist. And in that report, Mary Jane Stodenman, the astrologer with Radiate Wellness, talks about this solstice coming in, and the solstice, the winter solstice, and the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. It's a major, major time full of big shifts. A lot of people are comparing it to the Star of Bethlehem and that astrological event foretelling and bringing in a new era. And certainly this is an important conjunction. I don't think the second coming is coming this time, but it only happens once every 60 years. And so And also this conjunction seems to be bring those two planets even closer together, making them look as one bright star, which hasn't really happened since the 1600s. So it's an important time. And plus we've got COVID, plus we've got intense hatred and political division in at least my country, the United States. And just a lot going on in terms of ascension. I guarantee we're pretty much all feeling it in some way, shape, or form. So Serapis Bey can help us with moving through ascension. Serapis Bey also helps with clear communication with God. And really, the only communication we need is our thoughts and words. We don't need an intercessor. We don't need special equipment. We don't need special ceremonies or structures or rituals or routines. Really, communication with God is easy. But Serapis helps us with that and facilitates it and helps us receive clear communication from God. Helps us with exercise and weight loss motivation. Anybody else need that? With peace, that is personal and global. So if you're having a difficult time with someone who's not being peaceful with you, you might call in Serapis Bey. Also helps us with prophecy. Now, the invocation here, and this is what leads me to think that this information may be taken from Doreen Virtue, because it's set up much like her Archangels and Ascended Masters book. The invocation, Serapis Bey can be contacted anytime you need loving care, spiritual insight, or peace and quiet. Hold the mental intention of connecting with him. See how easy it is? Then stop a moment, close your eyes, and take some deep breaths. As you inhale, think about your desires. As you exhale, imagine that you're releasing whatever is bothering you. You'll feel or sense Serapis Bey's presence. At some point, you'll either hear his voice or sense some thoughts that come from him. Don't worry, Serapis Bey won't override your free will. However, he will give you clear guidance and instructions about self-improvement, along with the motivation to undertake these endeavors. As you go through any process requiring stamina and focus, call him to your side. He's also telling me that he is going to be present and wants to help me with the class that I'm teaching tomorrow night. Today is Wednesday, December, 16th. And Thursday, December 17th at 7 p.m. Central, I am doing a class on forgiveness. It's called the Forgiveness Project, but here's a secret. It's actually a basic soul retrieval. That's what we're going to be doing. But when we forgive, we bring in peace. We give ourselves peace. We give the situation and the energy peace. We give peace to the other person, because good God, aren't you tired of carrying that crap around with you? Let's work on releasing it. And so Serapis Bey said he would come and help talk to everyone about peace. I'll put the link to sign up for that class in the notes here, and it'll be on Zoom. So let me see if there's anything else that he would like to add. Yeah, he's saying that for many people moving to a more plant-based diet and away from meat, he says plant-based is good, but it's really the meat that's hard to deal with in ascension. So, maybe dairy, eggs, cheese would be okay, but actually eating meat, even poultry. He says fish is okay. Doesn't quite have the same effect on our bodies, but definitely red meat, pork, beef, pork, venison, buffalo, chicken too, though to a lesser extent. But the red meats more so will mess with us in terms of ascension, and then the white meats. Fish, really, he says it's not that much of a problem. He says you guys need some of the nutrients in fish that you can't necessarily, you can get it in a capsule, but it's better if you have the real thing. So he's showing me whitefish in particular. And so he's talking about just eating lighter and eating better in terms of ascension. I do a class called Raising Your Vibration with Food. There's a replay of it on the Radiate You Facebook group, so you could check that out, but you have to join the group first. And he's just talking about how this is the time of ascension. It's like hitting the fan right now. He says, look for a period of about 40 years before things really just settle down to what they need to move to. But, within that time, we need to be working on our inner peace. We need to work on our own ascension. Okay. And he's a bit of a taskmaster about that. He does say, Well, you don't have to ascend, but you'll be really glad that you do. And I believe that to be true. It's important to exercise and move your body. It's important to just eat right for your body. It's important to do all the things, get the sleep, take the rest, like all of the things that I struggle with. But you don't need to struggle with it. You can call on Serapis Bey to help you have motivation and do what you need to do. All right, and I will put this link in the notes here so that you'll have it. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.